Hey folks, Mark here. Doing another cops today, and this is what I call the three knots. Not here, not now, not you. Okay? I'm not a really big fan of shut up and lawyer up as a default when dealing with cops if you're not doing something major. If you are, shut up and lawyer up. That is just flat out. The not here, not now. I'll do another video on the on shut up and lawyer up. But not here, not now, not you is a really good bit of advice. It's easy to remember of when you're dealing with a cop and the officer is trying to build a case. Okay, I'm going to put that as a very serious qualifier there, because as I talked about elsewhere, cops are safety officers, they're investigators, and then comes building a case. The building a case is the officer has decided that a crime has been committed or they are looking evidence for a crime. Sometimes it is a fishing expedition. Make no mistake, it happens. And, well, that's life. Get over it. Well, when a cop is trying to build a case, understand he is a professional. He has been trained to do this. Okay? And quite often this boils down to when people talk about, how to do street corner lawyering, which is what this is a video against, by the way, is people try and talk their way out of being arrested. People try and, wiggle out of things, including consequences. And more than that, they're afraid of the consequences of what's going to happen if they get, ticket, arrested, whatever you want to call it. So they start arguing with the cop. They start trying to beat the cop at his own game, or they become physically violent, right? Which is, what's going to happen? I'm going to run from the cops. Yeah, that ends well. Not. Not here, not now, not you is a really simple way to remember three things. Not here. Do not try and street corner a lawyer. The legitimacy of an arrest, all the other stuff, whether you can beat it, whether you can do all that, that is done in court. That is not done on the street corner. Okay? So don't try and argue your rights with the cop, or that he doesn't know what he's doing. That one's always funny. That he's acting wrongly, etc. Not here. Not on the street corner. That is not where you're going to win or lose that case. Now, what you can do, and there still is power here, you can control the situation to a degree, and this is what I'll talk about in the Tangoing with Cops video. But you do have some degree of control and influence on what is happening. But it's not winning the case there. All right? So not here. Not on the street corner. It's also not now. And that is when we're adrenalized, when we're afraid, it has to be done now. It has to be done now. No. No, you gotta, when you're dancing with the cops, when you're tangoing with the cops, it is a tango. Okay? It is not a immediate solve it now. It's a process that you're going to have to work with. And way too many people want it fixed now. And that's adrenaline talking. Don't fall victim to that, because you'll make many mistakes in trying to get it done now, trying to solve it now. If you start thinking of it in terms of a long-term game, you can keep your cool a lot better. You won't be so hot to trot to get out of it and end it right now, which, again, you'll make more mistakes. Not you. You know, we like to think we're competent people, that we can handle ourselves, that we can do all this. Well, once again, you're up against a professional. You're up against a professional who is trained to build a case against you. He knows what he's doing. You probably don't. He has all these techniques. One of my bitches about interrogation is the use of what's called the read technique. Now, in its positive spin, it's really good for getting confessions for illegal activities by criminals, because it doesn't directly, give them the warning signs that they're answering a question that will be used against them by interpretation. Basically, for all the good it can do, it can also be argued that it can do a lot of bad, because the way it gets stretched is, he said this, which I took as an admission of guilt. Okay. The movie My Cousin Vinny is an example of saying the wrong thing to somebody who's looking to convict you. It's not the read technique, but it you can see it happening. There's certain things that lawyers know, and as I will always tell people, the higher the level of crime or charges you will be facing, the more you need an attorney. Okay. But you have to be aware that these questioning techniques can ask a simple question that it seems simple, but in reality, there's no good answer. So basically, an attorney will tell the cop asking it, rephrase that question, because he recognizes the inherent trap. It's kind of like so do you still beat your wife? Okay. Either way you answer them, that is just going to get you in trouble. So you break that kind of phrasing. But not here, not now, not you is the bigger the problem that you're facing, the more you need to remember these things. Because, again, don't street corner lawyer, okay, but know how the game is played. There's a big difference, okay? And that's way too subtle to go into some videos, but not now is, again, you're not going to win arguing with a cop. And if you try and escalate it, they're really good. You get just giving him all kinds of reasons to get really ugly with you. Not you is, there comes a point, even if you're innocent, right? Even if, like, say, you act in self-defense, there comes a point where you may never get to say anything again, and it gets taken over by somebody else. Knowing that is part of the knowing the not you part. Because sometimes all you can do, or the best you can do, is set it up to make it easier for your attorney. Okay? So keep this in mind. Not here, not now, not you. It's not hard and fast. There's a lot of times you can talk. There are a lot of times you should shut up. The trick's knowing the difference.